Reports are coming in. Strange lights in the sky. Creatures moving through the woods. And another unexplained story is making headlines tonight.
Welcome to the Kraken Current, your monthly dive into cryptid sightings, paranormal headlines, and all the weird stuff crawling through the news. I'm Mike. He's Corey. We are the Kraken Cans cast, and this is our very first current event episode that we're rolling out with.
Hell yeah. And the one I picked for today is actually, I think it's perfect for us because we are the Kraken Cans cast, and our first episode was, of course, the Kraken. So I thought, what better way than to bring in this current event first episode was to talk about a giant octopus that was just recently discovered.
Yeah, it is perfect. So moving forward, what can people expect with the current event? That'll always be released on the third Thursday of the month.
Yep,
right?
That's what we're aiming for. Third Thursday. Hoping these are around 30-minute episodes, but I don't know. We'll see how it pans out.
Yeah,
but shooting for 30 minutes or so. Want to try to mix it up each month, but I guess it all depends kind of what's out there. I originally thought about doing like the UFO files and stuff for this one, but I haven't really been too, I don't know, intrigued by them because everything I've seen has been, oh, this guy, they found a disc. And then when they examined it, they realized it was somebody that made a disc out of a garbage can lid and a gas station sign.
Yeah, just throw it. Or whatever. Yeah. It's just a bunch of bullshit like that.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't get too far into them, but I saw a bunch of stuff like that, and I'm like, yeah, screw this. They're not going to show the real stuff. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's under there. It's just under a lot of black.
Yeah.
So perfect. We're getting in. Let's get into the real life Kraken.
So what if I told you that this beast of a cephalopod was real? Well, paleontologists have recently discovered a prehistoric giant octopus that lived during the Late Cretaceous Period, approximately 72 to 86 million years ago, when the apex predator, the T-Rex, ruled the land. And this son of a bitch ruled the sea.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Like he's out there hanging with megalodons and stuff like that?
Dude, we'll get into it, but this motherfucker was eating megalodons.
Hell yeah. That's what I like.
Yeah.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, hey, chumming with the spirits and your shark logo, yeah, that's right. Eating that.
Dude, that would have been a Tic Tac.
Yeah, just like a little breath mint for him.
Yeah.
After dinner mint, that's what I like to hear.
Yeah. The octopus is known as Nanaimoteuthis haggarti.
Hell yeah, Moto Hagger.
Who we're going to call Nani.
Nani.
Yeah.
It kind of sounds like a band.
Nani?
No, the Moto Hagger.
Oh, yeah. Because I'm not saying that again, but
if you said it again, we'd be here all night.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But this thing was believed to be an apex predator of the sea. Scientists believed that Nani could grow up to 62 feet long, which is bigger than the average city bus and as large as most megalodons. It's believed that Nani could devour most sharks. It would wrap them up and crush them with its jaws that could easily crush through bone.
This thing is like something you'd see at a junkyard.
Yeah, like a crush. Yeah,
pick it up, crush it,
do
whatever it wants.
Yeah,
if it wants to eat it, it will. If not, it's like, hey, get out of here. Save you for later.
Get over in that rust pile.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So like this thing was a beast. How did scientists conclude all of this since these soft-bodied creatures leave little trace in fossil records? Well, there, Mike. A group of researchers from Japan and Germany got creative. Instead, looked at the creature's hard beaks, which are easily or more easily like fossilized.
You know what happened last time the Germans and the Japanese got together?
What's that?
Well, the whole world went to war.
Yeah.
Man,
yeah.
That's a team that you haven't heard working together in a long time.
So yeah, they started examining these beaks and like the jaws because it had a higher likelihood of fossilizing compared to these soft bodied creatures, because that shit would just, dissolve.
Okay.
Paleontologists started with 15 fossilized beaks from Japan and Vancouver Island in Canada, which we know a couple people over there in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Dark Docent.
They also sided with the Germans, so we're right on there. We're still going strong.
And these 15 fossilized beaks were identified from the Late Cretaceous Period, and they were also able to find 12 additional ones in Japanese sediment. These fossilized beaks were studied and analyzed to determine the size of these creatures. The researchers identified 2 different types of octopuses previously thought to be vampire squids. So both of them had that Nanaimoteuthis and then like a name, like that was like whatever, the first part of the name, and then so this one had that, and then it also had Gillespie at the end.
Oh, so it's Polish.
Yeah, I guess.
Hitting with the ski.
Yeah,
at the
right.
end.
Yeah. So we're gonna call this one Jelly. We're just gonna call this one Jelly. The other one's Nani.
The other one's Roll.
Yeah, Jelly Roll. So the other one here, Jelly, was believed to live roughly 72 to 100 million years ago and was approximately the same size as today's giant Pacific octopus, roughly 10 to 25 feet long. And our boy Nani ranged from 23 to 62 feet long, making it one of the largest marine animals of its time. Researchers believe that Nani was an apex predator after examining their ruthless jaws. So, Mike, here is a little graph I got here. So if you look at the top here, that's how big that son of a bitch was. And then we got a couple other things on here. So the one, the plesiosaur, that's what a lot of people think the Loch Ness Monster is, or my boy Champ. But, like, look how big that thing is just compared to the plesiosaur.
What's the one in between them? I can't see that.
It's Mosasaur.
Okay.
And then you got the giant squid right there.
Oh, that's like an baby offspring looking thing to that.
And then you got, I don't know, some other stuff on here.
One looks like a shad.
Down here at the bottom, it's a bony fish.
Yeah, they just throw him one there.
Yeah. They were gonna throw the old bony fish on there.
I figure they'd throw him a bone.
Well, yeah, yeah. But like that thing is freaking like look how wide it is too. It's like
it's massive.
Yeah.
Absolutely massive.
And I saw like some other pictures of like the megalodon and stuff, and they were like same size.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You just take a little nibble out of them.
Yeah. Oops. According to their study, researchers concluded that the jaws of the younger octopuses were intact, whereas the jaws of the older octopuses were badly chipped and cracked. The study indicated that most of the older octopuses lost about 10% of total jaw length. So these boys were going ham on some mother effing sea creatures.
Well, it's like a smorgasbord when you're that big.
Yeah.
You pretty much just eat anything you want.
Exactly. So this suggests that they were eating hard prey consisting of both shells and bones. I mean, if you're chipping 10% of your total jaw length, that's quite a bit.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah. They believe this included anything ranging from small marine life to larger marine life such as sharks, the mosasaurs, and the plesiosaurs. So yeah, like I said, this octopus would eat modern-day lake cryptids with ease.
Oh, well, you figure with that long neck, that's just like you just one snip with that jaw and their head separated from the body.
Yeah.
Now you just do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like a chicken. Thing's just flopping around the ocean for a while. Take your time, let the blood drain out, let it get real good. Oh yeah.
And I'm thinking too, like we didn't even talk about like the tentacles on this thing, how strong they were.
Yeah.
Wrap around something, like you're done.
Oh yeah.
You ain't getting away. Saw this video the other day of this person that had like a octopus on their arm or something. They were out in the ocean on a boat, and somehow they had an octopus on their arm, and they were like trying to shake it off and everything, and they could not get this thing off.
I mean, it's got 8 of them to cling on. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's just that it's not even like a fight where you're used to something that maybe has 2 arms wrapped on you. So you shake, maybe you break one loose. You break one loose, you still got 7 of these on you.
Yeah, and then you get those off, and then like the other ones are sticking back on. It's like,
It's like when you get a sticker on the bottom of your foot and you take it off and then it's stuck to your finger and then you flick it and it hits the floor and you step on it again.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's just a never-ending cycle of madness.
And this is a quote
from the squid, from the octopus.
They found it fossilized.
Yeah.
This quote.
He's like, "Hey,
no, I forgot
I'm pretty freaking big. I'm large."
No, I did forget to say my sauces.
I know. You missed the sauces.
So I'm going to say it right now. All that's interesting, friends of the cast. Number one, friends of the cast. I'm just going to put that out there, at least on my behalf. Article written by Kalina Fraga, published May 5th, 2026.
Fresh. Hot off the press.
Fresh. All right, quote right here. Quote. This extensive wear suggests dynamic crushing of hard skeletons, the researchers wrote. With a calculated total length of 23 to 62 feet, these octopuses may represent the largest invertebrates thus described, rivaling contemporaneous giant marine reptiles. Our findings show that powerful jaws and the loss of superficial skeletons convergently transformed cephalopods and marine vertebrates into huge, intelligent predators. End quote. So basically, a bunch of shit happened, and these boys got smart.
Yeah,
the way I took it.
You got to wise up.
Yeah,
Wise up, get smart. When you're that big, you got to eat a lot.
Yeah.
So it's either you get smart and figure out how to eat good, or you're done.
Yeah. Now, some folks are skeptical of these findings, as you can't only go off of the beak and jaw size alone to determine overall mass of these things.
Ooh.
So this report at least paints a pretty fascinating look into this prehistoric fearsome creature. So, they're going off of the beak and everything else and probably comparing it to a lot of today's creatures to kind of figure out how big this thing was. So, I mean, really, they're just estimating it.
What if this thing had a head and a beak on it and then, 3-foot tentacles? It's just, the weirdest looking thing you've ever seen in your entire life.
Yeah. That would be something. So the biggest question is what happened to these ocean monsters? Scientists remain unsure, and hopefully future studies and research can lead to more answers. Its extinction was most likely connected to the global ecological collapse caused by the Chicxulub impact about 66 million years ago, which...
That's what I was thinking, of course.
Took out some, dinosaurs and shit. After the asteroid struck Earth, enormous amounts of dust, ash, and sulfur entered the atmosphere and blocked sunlight around the world. Plants and microscopic plankton, which we just learned about from our friend over at Cryptids of the Corn.
That's right.
Because there's no such thing as just a plankton. They're just a bunch of different tiny creatures.
That's it.
Yeah. Learn that.
We did learn that, yeah.
Because I was thinking SpongeBob,
yeah, of course, yeah.
That's plankton.
Chum bucket.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That right there in a nutshell is the difference between Mike and Corey and Justin from Cryptids of the Corn.
Yeah.
He told us all about plankton, and our first thought was, so SpongeBob, Mr. Krabs has a lot of enemies.
Yeah.
Not just that little guy. There's all kinds of forms of enemies for him.
Yeah. Mine was that we've been lied to. SpongeBob.
Story of my life, man.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't expect it from SpongeBob.
I know. Anyways, plants and microscopic plankton, the foundation of marine food chains, began to die off. As ocean ecosystems collapsed, predators and large marine animals would have struggled to find enough food to survive. Scientists think this chain reaction may have wiped out many marine species, including giant cephalopods, such as our boy here, Nani. Whatever I said.
Jelly and roll.
Yeah, jelly and roll. Because fossil evidence is limited, researchers still do not know exactly how it lived, hunted, or disappeared, leaving much of its story a mystery. So, question for the folks.
Am I one of the folks?
Yeah, you're part of the folks right now.
Okay, cool.
Do you think that there could still be these giant octopuses or other prehistoric creatures in the ocean? And then followed up on top of that, only approximately 5% of the world's oceans have been directly explored by humans, which that's insane to me. Just the amount of creatures that could still be out there. But I guess going off of that, like, what do you think?
There'd definitely be something out there because it was how many years until we got real evidence of a giant squid?
Yeah.
You know, especially if they're living so far deep in the ocean, realistically, when they do die of old age or whatever, by the time they ever hit the surface, they're already going to be decayed, floating around, eaten, taken care of. They're basically all going to be gone.
Yeah.
So maybe not quite to the size that they were back then, because I don't know. I don't know what a sustainable food source would be for something that big.
Well, remember what we learned from Justin too? Like, well, I might have learned that from because I've been listening to their Loch Ness Monster thing too. But he said like there's some animals out there that don't really need to eat much and can still sustain that humongous size.
Okay.
So
yeah, it could be then.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, I'm always pro giant sea creatures.
If there's one thing I know from the podcast, the number one theory is it's probably just mass hysteria. So
Yeah. No, I just go back to there's only like 5% of the world's oceans have been explored by humans. So going off of that, this thing could be living in the other 95%.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Because then I think it was Justin that said too that we have all these different like ship channels and stuff in the ocean, and if like we go off of that, you know, trail, so to speak, like you get lost and you're screwed.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's like it's like going into unexplored terrain. You know.
Yeah.
You don't know anything about it.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's mind-boggling of not only this, but just what else could be out there.
I think it's mind-boggling.
Mind-boggling.
Gets my mind all bottled up because I don't even really know what to think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then now we got stuff in the skies too. Yeah. What if they're just like the spirits of animals that went extinct and they're just chilling up in the sky?
It'd be something.
Yeah.
I don't know how they got there.
I don't know.
When the meteor hit and bounced the air so much that a lot of them just flew up there. And
They're
just
spirits.
got stuck.
Their spirits.
Their actual bodies just got stuck up there.
Yeah.
Like boom, like a big trampoline. They just flew up in the air.
Yeah. So I mean, that's kind of it.
That's it.
Yeah. So that was our first Kraken Current, and like I said, I thought it was a good idea to just make the inaugural one off of our Kraken podcast name.
Yeah, and just like our inaugural episode of the cast, you know? Mm-hmm. So just bring it full circle here.
We don't really do circles, though. We're more of like a oval here.
Yeah, squares.
Yeah, squares.
We got lots of points.
Yeah. But could this creature have caused the legend of the Kraken? You know, could there have been some of these around and people, you know, it brought up the whole Kraken thing? Because, I don't know, like the idea of the Kraken has been around for so long.
Yeah.
How did that start? You know?
So, if you have anything, any suggestions for what you think it is, make sure you can email us at krakencanscast@gmail.com, or you can get us on social medias, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube. Send us a message on any one of those. We would love to hear from you guys and see what you guys think.
Yep. So thanks for tuning in.
Yep. I'm Crack Daddy Mike, and I'm out.
I am the BK Corey, and I'm out.